These are got some crazy coloration on them. Yeah. What's going on YouTube? John here. Thank you for joining Blue Carbon Reefing. So just wanted to do a review and had picked up some special corals on Black Friday from Top Shelf Aquatics. So they had an awesome sale going on. Decided to splurge a little bit. Got some really nice pieces as far as some corals going at a really good price. So wanted to say first and foremost before I even open this box, I was really impressed with Top Shelf Aquatics and their customer service. Had sent them emails and messages late at night. They're in Florida, I believe, so on Eastern time, and I'm talking 9-10 o'clock at night. They were responding to my emails. So hats off to you guys. Did really well. I did already open the box only because of the dead on arrival. You know, you have 2 hours to take pictures and call them. If they happen to be, you know, a problem with the shipment, you know what I mean, they would replace the corals for you free of charge. So you just have to check out the corals. So I had them delivered to my work. So I did already open the box just to make sure everything looked good, which they do. So even when I open this, you're gonna see it's how I packed it, not necessarily how they packed it. They packed it a lot better than how I packed it here. Everything was very well, tightly packed. You have a heat pack here, which actually still feels a little warm even now. And the 4 separate corals here. So you got the PC Rainbow. Now I think the packaging on these are really cool. So they have these little Dixie cups and the frag plug and the corals in there. So you're not going to be able to see any of the coloration here, but we'll get it under the lights eventually and show you what it looks like. Again, everything very, very well packed and neat. There's no way that anything could have been injured unless this whole box was crushed. So good size frags. I don't know if the camera will pick up the size. We'll get on these, but every single one of these are well over an inch long. So I'm just going to acclimate these and just float them in the frag tank here. And typically I'm going to float them for about a half an hour before I dip the corals. I really want the temperature to be equalized, especially being in shipping. These have been shipped from Florida overnighted, of course, but we're gonna get these nice and temperature acclimated before we go any further. I just use Bayer insect killer. Don't really measure it out, but I kind of do enough to where the water is still cloudy, milky white. And we're just gonna have them dip for about 15 minutes. So you wanna make sure you don't have any hitchhikers, parasites, red bugs, stuff like that. So going to use the Bayer and we're going to put them in here and we're going to do a 15 minutes, and then the left side is just fresh salt water, tank water, to rinse that off. So I do not use any of the water that comes from the system. A couple reasons. One, don't want to bring any fish parasites that could be lingering in the water. Dipping, of course, is not foolproof. You can still have eggs and things that the dip is not going to kill, but it's worked out for me so far. It's pretty effective. So these have been floating for about a half an hour. I do want to note, which actually I think is really cool, is as they have the name of the coral, they also have a recommendation for low, medium, or high flow and low, medium, or high light. So every single one of these actually are high flow, high light. So it makes it real easy. They're probably all going to go next to each other. But we're going to open these up. I just need to get a pair of scissors. They're actually double bagged. Well, that's nice. It's already branching. It's a good size frag. That one's definitely an inch or more. This is the Jason Fox Flame. This is the PC Rainbow. This as well is already sprouting in multiple directions. So, good size. Is the Garf Bonsai. It's got a really nice color of purple too. I can't wait to get it under the blues. Once again, just putting some in here. Not really going to measure, just enough to make sure the water is a cloudy white. And then I do about a 15-minute dip on everything. And I do like to, along the way, just kind of give it a little bit of flow, mix it around a little bit to make sure water is getting on all parts of the frag. So we will do about 15 minutes and then we will come back. Okay. Just gonna stir it around just a little more. And then typically what I do is I will take these out. I'm going to take the whole rack out. I am going to use a toothbrush on the coral plug without touching the tissue of the actual coral itself. So very gently try to brush off anything on there that might be there. Then I will do a visual inspection under the light and then they will go in my frag tank. So this is just an extra precaution. One last rinse, visual inspection, and then we're going to put these in. So try to rinse this off, get as much of the Bayer off of this. I don't really want any Bayer to get into the tank. Typically when I do this I will change out the carbon on my system. We're just going to, under the lights, do a visual inspection. This probably will look worse on the camera, but for me, I'm just looking for anything that could possibly be a sign of any kind of parasites. Now, to me everything looks really clean. I don't see anything, so we're gonna put this one in. I'm also looking at the tissue of the coral just to see if I see any movements indicative of red bugs or anything like that. So, to the best of my ability, I don't see anything going on here. So we're going to put this one in. These are got some crazy coloration on them. Looks good to me. It looks like it's already encrusting onto the plug. Camera's not gonna, but you can see it's already starting to encrust over the plug, which to me is a really good sign. So overall, I am extremely happy with these corals. This is 48 hours later. I just wanted to say that I'm extremely happy with Top Shelf. They got the corals to me safely, and as far as I can tell, these are good size and extremely healthy frags that I will hopefully be able to grow out into colonies, and I will give you guys future updates on how that is going. So thank you guys so much for watching this. I will leave a link to Top Shelf Aquatics in the description, so if you'd like to check them out, go ahead and do so. I will definitely say I will continue to use them in the future. I do want to add, I'm also not sponsored by Top Shelf. I bought these corals with my own money. I just wanted to give an honest review of this company. They do have a great reputation. I did want to show you my process of receiving corals. I do dip all my corals no matter where they come from, no matter how good the reputation of the company is. So I'm sure everything was great with them, but I always like to take those extra precautions. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below. Otherwise, we will catch you on the next one. Happy reefing!